Here's Biscuit eating his Pop-Tart and juice. I use a little glass coaster for his unfrosted strawberry Pop-Tarts, which are his favorite, and like the top to a plastic Coke bottle. I use that to put his juice in, and it's usually cranberry juice diluted half and half with water. You can see that he's your typical conure. He breaks off his Pop-Tart and dunks it in his juice. The reason why I use that tiny little cap is because his liver functions a little on the negative side, so the vet at Riverside Veterinary Clinic, Dr. Amy, suggested that we use milk thistle, and every other day, not every day, every other day, I put milk thistle in there, 1 drop in his little cap of juice, and I'm trying to think to see what this dosage is. It says give 0.01, I think, milliliters of this. It says twice daily, but I just give him 1 drop every other day right now. And I can't think of the dosage, but you can talk to Riverside Veterinary Clinic in Mandeville, and they will tell you what the dosage is, because milk thistle comes in different dosages, and sometimes it's hard to get online in the right dosage, so you can go through Riverside Veterinary Clinic, Dr. Amy, and she can get you the right dosage. I would suggest getting a new bottle, because this bottle I have, it's probably 10 months old. I still use it. The other thing is, when he takes his bath, he loves to take a bath between the sinks, and he will get on a rag. I put a rag like this so he doesn't slip off the stainless steel, and he only likes cold water, and I let it drip just a little bit, not too much. Let me show you about where I put this. Let me see, let me get this right. Let me see, right about there. You can see it trickling, and then I put it right here for him between the sinks, and he takes his bath. And something happened when I was in the hospital the first time in 2016. I was there a month, and when I got home, something very weird happened with his baths, where he would take a bath, and then when he got close to done, he would try to jump away from me and jump off the counter. And that's not good, because if his wings are wet, he can fall to the floor, you know, which is about 3 feet from here, and hurt himself. So when he takes his baths, you've got to stay right close to him at all times. And when he's ready to come off this rag and get done with his bath, he'll let you know. You can see him start scooting this way, and he'll actually potty one more time before he has to, before he's ready to get off of that rag and be done with his bath. And you just want to grab him and put him on the floor. That's where he wants to be. And also, sometimes he gets in a hurry and he gets up here on the between the sinks, this little divider, and he'll get right up close to here, and you can actually say, "Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!" And he knows what that means. Watch out! Even if he's on the floor, and he'll move back from something that you're doing. Like if you want to open a door and you say, "Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!" He'll move out of the way, and you say, "Watch out!" And then you can move this rag back for him. And then he'll jump back on it. He's very smart. Here's his food dishes here without any food in them. You can see it's just a top to a plastic Coke bottle or water bottle. And then this is like a glass coaster. These are great for him. Just put the juice and his medication in there, in the small cap. Also, he loves to get by this coffee pot. I buy this especially for him. This is a tiny little coffee pot. It's miniatures just for him, and he knows it's his. And a lot of times when he wants in here, or wants up here on the counter to lay on this, I call this his blankie. It's just a rag for him to lay on. He likes to lay up next to the coffee pot and get warm. And sometimes he likes to do that after his baths. And he'll let you know when you go to put him down. He'll just stay on your finger if he doesn't want to go. If he does, he'll jump down and get warm. And he can be there for hours. And he loves that. And also when he wants to take his bath, he'll say, "Get some juice," or he'll holler down by the sink on the floor. That means I want a bath. And he'll do that also when he wants up here sometimes. He also loves his ball. You can get these at online or at the pet store, but I'll try to include this with his things. and he loves to hit this and play with it. I have videos on YouTube of this. It's one of his favorite things to play with. And you can just anchor it up here. I got, you know, just a strainer right here inside the door. And you can actually, if you need to come up on that, choke up on the shoelace, you can actually twist this right here and it'll choke up on it. And he loves his radio. You know, he loves any kind of music. And he'll sleep right up against that radio, whether it's on the floor or up here by his coffee pot and his play toy. He loves it. And he will check that radio and see if it's on or not. He'll cuddle right up to it, put his ear up to it, and if it's not on, you know, he'll let you know he wants to listen to that radio. But I put it on a very, very low volume, you know, because he's just a little guy. He puts his ear right up to it. But he knows that's his radio, that's for sure. And you can put it on the floor, like I said. He can use it there. Also, I was going to say that I've been sleeping with this guy for a long time. I sleep on the futon because of my cancer. I sleep in a couch position on the futon at all times. So when Biscuit sleeps on me, he'll sleep right up next to my face when he wants to cuddle. Or he'll sleep on the side of my head. Now, when you sleep on your side, I sleep that way so I don't accidentally roll on him or anything. But he only sleeps on the side of my head or right up next to my face, so it's really hard to roll on him. But the thing is I will take my top arm. You lay on one arm and the other arm's on top. I will put my hand in my pocket when I sleep. That way, if during a dream my arms might flail around a little bit, I won't hurt him. And I would suggest not sleeping with him. Not in a bed for sure. If you sleep on like a couch on your side and he wants to sleep on your head or on your pillow, he'll sleep on your pillow too because it's warm. I think that's okay, but you've got to be unbelievably cautious with him. And I think I mentioned before, if he's on the floor and he's out doing his thing and having fun playing with his toys or wherever he is, you've got to be unbelievably careful because he feels you need to watch out for him. Like I said, you can say, watch out, or if he's on the welcome mat, you can say, get off of that. And he'll actually say, get off of that. And he knows to get off of that because that's dirty and I don't want him on there. But if he's on the floor, you got to watch out for him big time. You can't just turn around and go to the fridge and then go back to the counter. You've got to look down, see where he's at, and know where he's at. He can be in the living room, and you can be fiddling around just for maybe 5, 6, 7 seconds or 10 seconds, and turn, and he will be right at your feet. So you've got to be unbelievably careful, cautious with him when he is on the floor playing around and doing his thing. When I'm at home, Biscuit is out 100% of the time, so he loves to be out. There's no doubt about that. But you got to be careful. That's the number one thing with this little bird. Also, he needs his nails trimmed. He needs his nails trimmed. When you see him getting too long, you take him to the vet and get him trimmed. Preferably the Avian and Exotic Clinic Hospital or Avian Exotic Hospital in Metairie. Dr. Rich and his team can do it there. Also in Mandeville. Dr. Amy, I would suggest Dr. Amy only Dr. Amy to do this. His nails also, his feathers are critical because one time he ran into the side of a wall here at home, and after that I said his wings have to be clipped. He cannot be fully flighted. You've got to clip his wings because he might hurt himself. And sometimes he would have a little bit of a shaky landing on his cage, so it's very specific on how you trim his wings. And the Riverside Veterinary Clinic in Mandeville and the Avian and Exotic Hospital in Metairie, those folks should know where to trim his wings back specifically, because if he's up too high and he comes off a counter or something, he can really hurt himself because he'll come straight down and plop and you'll hear a loud plop if his wings are trimmed too much. So that's a very critical thing. And they know how many feathers to trim. They have it documented. The other thing I was going to say is don't put him up high. If you know, on counters and up high. And if you have him on your shoulder, don't do it for too long. Don't have him places where he has to jump down or fly down, because sometimes his wings might get trimmed too much and he can get hurt very badly. He's been hurt once, his leg, very badly, because his wings were trimmed back too much, and that took a long time to heal, and I was really worried about him. So that's a critical thing. Also, Biscuit loves back rubs, and if you listen, you can hear him fussing here in the background. He fusses when he wants things. And if you go up to the fridge and there's corn in there, he'll say, "Get you some corn, baby, get you some corn." He knows what that means. I always try to get him things immediately when he asks for them. If he asks for juice or corn, or if he's hollering about his bath or he wants to be by his coffee pot, I do things immediately. That way he knows he can ask for things. He's that smart. And when he has to go potty, if he's on you, he'll say potty, potty, or he'll make a fussy noise. That means I need to go potty. Also, Biscuit loves back rubs. You just take one finger, and his favorite place is right behind his head on his back. There's a little teeny bone there, a little hump that he loves to have you rub on. And you'll see sometimes he'll get underneath things like a door stopper and rub on that little point right there. And you can also take your finger and rub on either side of that bone. He loves that. But he loves his back rubbed everywhere, and at times he'll open his wings for you and let you rub under there. You can rub all different places, and he'll let you know when he wants you to rub different places. He'll start moving his body around, like rub me here, rub me there. And if he doesn't want you to rub someplace or rub someplace anymore, he will tighten his feathers in that small area, and you can't get your hand in there. His feathers will be loose where he likes you to rub. He does like his head rubbed sometimes, but not that much. Sometimes it gets a little irritated if you rub his head too much. And he likes the side of his face rubbed. He will put his head up against your hand or your finger so you can rub right there by his ears. He really loves that. And he'll actually, when he tries to show affection, when I'm falling asleep on the futon, he'll come up and he'll rub his face up against my chin. And ever since I got stage 4 cancer and I came home, I remember the first day I came home, he slept on me, and he had never slept on me this way. He slept on me for 2 days on the side of my head and never moved except to go potty or to eat. He stayed right there. He was very, very concerned. You know, he's very sensitive and he's very intelligent and he has instincts. He knew that there was something wrong, and so he stayed with me. And ever since then, he's tried to be my close companion, and he's tried to take care of me. When I'm on the futon starting to fall asleep, he'll come over, you know, quite often, like every 4 or 5 minutes, and come jump up on my arm and rub up against me and give me kisses. And you can actually say, "Give me a kiss," and he'll give you a kiss. And it might be on the side of your face, and sometimes it's right on your mouth. You know, he's a very sweet little guy. But I'm going to have a few more videos like this where most of it is just audio that's important. So this is one of the most important ones. So on this one, over and out. This one's done. But there'll be 2 or 3 more videos like this. You're really going to enjoy this little baby. He has been the love of my life. He is an unbelievable, sweet, beautiful little companion. Oh, the other thing I was going to mention is when you give him his Ensure Drink Vanilla Original, I give it to him before he goes to bed, and when he gets, first thing when he gets up in the morning, I do it when his cage is like half covered with his blanket, and he's still in his cage, and I give it to him. And when most days when you give him that Ensure Drink, he's just going back and forth on that perch. He's so excited to get his Ensure Drink. And I always over-enunciate things. Like if I'm going to give him his Ensure Drink, I'll say, "Do you want your Ensure Drink?" Or if it's orange mandarin slices, or orange pop, or orange juice, I'll say, "Daddy, get you some orange juice," or hamburger. Trying to think of what else. Now I give him regular pop maybe once or twice a month. That's it. You know, just a couple sips a day. And I'll say, "Did you want some Mountain Dew?" You know, everything is over-enunciated, and he really understands it. He gets all excited. And whenever I give Biscuit something to drink, especially his Ensure Drink, I make sure he drinks until he doesn't want anymore. I don't like stop him short. But items that are not good for him, like, you know, pop It's like once or twice a month. I give him diet pop all the time because that's okay for him. But he mainly drinks juice and water in his cage. He doesn't like water unless it's in his cage. But otherwise, he always drinks juice. I'm trying to think of what else I was going to say here. Oh, that's good for this, I guess. Okay. Bye-bye.